Welcome to the All of Us Fun Day. Sorry we can't see you in person, but we hope you have fun. Welcome to Children Inspired by Yoga Online, Edinburgh. A few points before we start. Fully supervise your child at all times. Find a comfortable, level, non-slip area where there is space to stretch out, free from any trip hazards, sharp corners or breakable objects. Active clothing and bare feet are best. The Tati Guru sessions are designed for 8 to 11-year-olds, but older children and adults feel free to join in if you're physically fit to do so. Consult your doctor before exercise if you are pregnant or have any pre-existing injuries. If you're pregnant, please ask to see our advice for pregnant ladies. Listen to your body and stop if anything hurts. Participation in the session is at participants' own risk and subject to and governed by English law and the exclusive jurisdiction of the Courts of England and Wales. Enjoy! Hello and welcome to this yoga taster session aimed at 8 to 11-year-olds, but anyone can join in. Remember that if you feel any pain you must stop, and yoga is for everyone, everyone's different, so poses will look different on each person. Make sure you've got good space to stretch out and to stretch up, and you've got nothing to trip over and nothing sharp to fall into. And you should work on a non-slip surface. So let's start. Here I am on my mat. I'm sitting with my legs crossed, hands on my knees, and it'd be great if you could do the same. Comfortable sitting position. And close your eyes. Notice your breathing. Feel your breath coming in and out of your body. Just keep your attention on your breathing. And notice how you're feeling. How's your body today? How's your mood? And we're going to take 3 big deep breaths together. Well, we can do it together or you can do it in your own time. Here's the first one. Big deep breath in and out. And another in and out. And one more big deep breath in and out. And blink open your eyes. Good. A little bit more work with breathing. Still sitting comfortably. I've put my hands on the floor by my side. And I'm going to take a big deep breath in. As I breathe in, my arms are coming up over my head. They go out wide and then up over. So my hands meet above my head. And then as I breathe out, my arms come back down to the floor. Can you do that? Big deep breath in, arms wide, meeting above your head, and breathe out. And big deep breath in, your arms coming out wide, meet above your head, and then breathe out, your arms come out wide, back down to the mat. Great. And stand up. We'll do some warm-up. So first of all, run on the spot. Get your blood moving around your body. Quick jog on the spot. I'm shaking my arms as well. Let's get some movement. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Good. And then standing comfortably, just look over your left shoulder with your head. And then look back to the middle. And then look over your right shoulder. Back to the middle. Left shoulder, back to the middle, right shoulder, back to the middle, good. And roll your shoulders back. Lots of rolls back. Keep rolling your shoulders back. Your arms can move at the same time if you want. And then roll them forward just a couple of times. Okay. And with your arms just slightly out from your body, twist around right and left really gently. Just twist. At the moment my hips are staying still. I'm just doing my upper body. And then you can move your hips too, so your whole body is twisting around, but gently, just gently. Good. And let's do some arm circles. So I'm starting with big wide circles with both arms at the same time. My arms are circling back. And then the circles are going to get smaller. And then from small, I'm going forwards now, and my arms are getting bigger and bigger with the circles they make. And really big circles, still going forward, and stop. Now, if you can, if you put your weight on your left leg and make circles with your right knee in the air. Good. And then swap over to your left leg. So I've got my weight on my right leg, my left leg is making circles with the knee. Good. And with your weight on your left leg, take your right ankle off the floor and you're going to circle your foot round, so you're making circles with your right foot. One way and then the other way. Okay, and then swap over, so your right foot's got weight on it, your left foot comes off the floor and make circles with your foot. One way and then the other way. Good, and then a few circles with your wrists at the same time. One way and the other way. Good. And with your arms up above your head, your left hand is taking your right wrist and pulling it up and over to the left. And then back. And then your right hand is taking your left wrist, pulling it up and then over to the right. Good. Great. So we've got some warm-ups in us, and we're going to do a few poses that you will recognise, perhaps you'll have done before. Just an introduction to some yoga. So first of all, standing comfortably. My feet are kind of under my hips, but whatever works for you. And I'm going to take my weight onto my left foot. We're going to start with tree pose. And we're going to do different variations of it, and you can see which works best for you, because as I said, everyone's different, and certainly your balance can be different each day. You know, one day you'll be able to balance better than another day, so see how it is for you today. Take your weight onto your left foot, and with your right toes on the floor next to your left foot, put your right heel against the inside of your left ankle. So that's a balance with just a little bit of support from your toes. Okay. And if that's okay, you can put the sole of your right foot against the lower leg, the inner lower leg of your left leg. So your right knee is pointing out to the side. How does that feel? If you need to hold onto a chair or a wall, that's absolutely fine. It's good to have one near you. Good. And if that feels okay, you can try putting your right foot, the sole of your right foot, against your inner left thigh. And if you push them together, it helps you balance. You might be able to do this, you might not, whatever you're feeling like today. Okay, and then choose which balance you want to do. And let's work with our arms. So you can be a big wide tree with your arms stretched out level with your shoulders. Fingertips and both arms stretching out. Or you could make a Y shape with your body. So your branches, your arms are diagonally up in the air. Or you could be a tall tree, your arms really pointing up high. Or you can come back with your hands in front of you in a kind of prayer pose. Okay, and then rest that right leg. So how's that for you? Everyone balances differently on different days. Notice how your legs are feeling. Is one leg feeling different from the other? One's done quite a lot of work. And then let's move onto the other foot. So take your weight onto your right foot, and with your left toes on the floor, your right heel resting just inside your inner ankle, just above your ankle on your right leg. So that's a supported balance. And if that feels okay, you can move that left leg, that left foot up, so it's on your inner lower leg, resting against the inner lower right leg. Okay. And if that's okay, you can see if you can bring that left leg inside. So your left foot, sole of your left foot is inside your right thigh. Push the left foot against the right thigh to help you balance. And if that's good, arms out wide. Or your Y shape with your arms diagonally up. Or arms up high. Or in prayer shape in front of your body. And then take your left leg down. Just take a moment to note how your leg is feeling because they've done a lot of work there. Good. And now come onto your hands and knees. So my knees are under my hips and my hands are on the floor under my shoulders. My arms are straight, but there's a little bit of softness in my elbows. And at the moment, my back is quite flat. If you slightly engage your tummy muscles, it helps you to bring your back into a flat tabletop shape. And then let's do some cat-cow pose. So we're going to, as we breathe out, we're going to stretch our back. We're going to arch our back towards the ceiling like a cat stretching, and our head drops. So the crown of my head, the top of my head is pointing towards the floor, and my back is stretched up to the ceiling. And then as I breathe in, my head comes up to face forward, and my back arches down the other way, so my tummy drops. And then as I breathe out, my back arches back up like a cat, and my head drops. And then as you breathe in, your head comes up and your belly drops. Breathe out, stretch your back up, and breathe in. Your head comes forward and your belly drops. And last breath out, your back arched. Good. And now bring your back into tabletop again, so it's quite flat. And let's balance on hands and knees. So first of all, take your left arm out in front of you. So it's creating a straight line from your hips right through to your fingertips, so it's level with your back. Okay. And with that left arm extended, can you take your right leg back so that it's extended out the back? So now you've got a line from your left fingertips along your arm, along your back, along the back of your leg, out to your heel or your toes, and stretch. You can see if you can balance like that. And then bring them back to the floor. So you're back with hands and knees on the floor in your tabletop. And let's try the other side. So let's take our right arm out in front of us, so it's level with your back, but your fingertips pointing forward and it's straight. And then take your left leg back, so it's level with your back. So you've got a line now from your fingertips on your left arm, on your right arm, right fingertips, along your right arm, along the back, and then down the back of your left leg. There's a line that's parallel to the floor. And rest. Good. So now our arms and legs have worked even more. So bring your bottom and hips back over to your feet, and your arms stay down. And if you can get your forehead onto the floor, that's good. If it's too far, you could put a book or a cushion between the floor and your forehead. So this is a relaxing pose. If you let your elbows come to the floor and just enjoy the rest. Okay, that was child pose. And then come back up into sitting. And take the soles of your feet together in front of you. You can choose whether they're quite close in front of you or they're further away, whatever's comfortable for you. And just let your knees drop. Try and keep your back straight. That's good posture. And this is butterfly pose. So your knees can just gently flutter up and down like the wings of a butterfly. Good. And stop that. Come into a seated, comfortable pose, and we're going to twist. So as you breathe in, make your spine as long as you can. So breathe in, create as much space in your spine as possible, and as you breathe out, your right arm comes behind you onto the floor, and you look over that right shoulder. And then on your next breath out, come back to the middle. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, face forward. And let's do that the other side. So breathe in, get straight back, left arm goes behind you on the floor, and as you breathe out, look over that left shoulder. Couple of breaths here. And big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come back to face forward. Well done. Now I invite you to lie back in a comfortable position on your mat. A typical yoga relaxation pose would be on your back. But do whatever's comfortable for you. And close your eyes. Notice your breathing. And with your out breath, every time you breathe out, try and relax your body even more. Every time you breathe out, give more of your weight to the ground. The ground is really strong. It can support all of our weight. Notice which bits of your body are touching the ground. And loosen them up even more. To just give their weight to the ground. And bring some movement back into your fingers and toes, just wiggle them a little bit. And blink open your eyes. And come back up to sitting. And one last time, sitting comfortably, with your hands on your knees, close your eyes. Notice your breathing. And notice how you're feeling now. How's your body feeling? And how's your mood? In your own time, take 3 big deep breaths. your breath back to normal, and blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining this session. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And goodbye. Looking after children isn't always easy, especially at the moment. If you or you know a family that needs some extra help, talk to us. We can help. Call the NSPCC helpline on 0808 800 5000. That's 0808 800 5000. Speak to your health visitor, or further information is on www.edinburgh.gov.uk/all of us.